I had to start over, okay? But I was at Strong Hospital in labor with my daughter. I was there by myself, okay? Um, my my daughter, well, my kid's grandmother, her boyfriend, his name was Carl. He was out looking for him, seeing if he could find my boyfriend, my kid's father. So I'm at the hospital, and like I said, I was in labor. I didn't have epidural. The contractions kicking my butt, and the harder the contractions got, the worser I felt, and I was vibing, and I was just throwing up my stomach. And, everything that was in my stomach that I had ate before I had came to the hospital. And so, this doctor, she came in the room. And I don't know, sometimes I wonder about people. People they have the devil in them. They come to work and they got hell in them. And they just come in there and pick on people and try to start stuff. And I let her ass have it. So, this black doctor, it's a black lady, she comes in there and she was like, "Hey, April." Now, what I'm about to tell you that happened, when I thought about it later on, as the years go by, it was like she knew me or something. But I didn't know her, okay? She came in that room and she was like, "Oh, April, how you doing?" And I said, I'm in a lot of pain right now. And she said, "Are you upset because your baby father is not here?" And I said, "No, I'm just in a lot of pain." And she said, "Well, you need to change your ugly attitude." And I'm looking like, okay, how is my attitude ugly? Like, how is somebody's attitude supposed to be when they're in labor and that pain is just kicking your tail? Like, what? I don't know what was wrong with this lady, okay? So, I looked at her and I was like, what? I said, "You can get out." I told her to get out. Because I don't know who she thought she was talking to, first of all, okay? And I was young. I was like, maybe 18, 19, something like that. And they had me hooked up to like a IV pole, because that Pitocin or whatever that stuff they give to bring the contractions on. I brought the pole up, and she looked at, I brought it around the bed. I stood up, brought it around the bed. I was hurting bad, but it wasn't gonna stop me from getting her ass out my room. I pulled the pole out. She was like, "April, don't touch me. Don't touch me." I wasn't going to touch her, but she had to leave. And I wanted her to know that I meant business, because I don't know how a doctor comes in there and talking to somebody like that. I pulled that pole around and I stood up and I said, "Get out. Get out." I told her just like this, "If you're the only doctor," and I hope she's watching this. I don't remember the lady's name. All I know is she was black, and she was darker than me. She was like a let me see. I don't want to say caramel. She's like brown, like something like the crayon color or something. She was attractive. There was nothing like, I don't know why she gave me her attitude. I said, "Get out. And if you're the only doctor that can deliver this baby, guess what? I'm going to deliver it by myself. I don't want you in here. Get out." I was screaming. She was like, "Don't touch me. Don't touch me." I wasn't even nowhere near her, because she was backing up. I had just stood up by the bed, holding on to the pole. So then all these nurses come running in there, and they was like, "Calm down, calm down. What happened?" I'm telling her, it's like, "Get her out of here. Get her out of here. If she's the only doctor, then I don't want her. I'll just have the baby by myself." I was just screaming, 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 screaming. They got a lady out there. I never seen a lady again. I don't even know her name. I don't know where she came from. She wasn't even my doctor, because I was seeing the doctor. What doctor was I seeing when I was pregnant? When I was pregnant with Kamaya, I think I was going to Strong. They have the women's center. I think I was going there to the women's center. I don't know who she was. I don't know if she was somebody on call. I don't know who the hell she was, but I didn't want her nowhere near me after she told me I need to change my ugly attitude. When I didn't have an attitude, I'm in labor. And anybody that has been in labor, like real labor without an epidural, knows that pain. It's awful. It's awful. I don't care. My daughter, she had 2 kids. She had Papa and Mega, and I was there with her during her labor as soon as we could, because I didn't want her to endure that type of pain unless she just had to. You know what I'm saying? Because the pain ain't no joke. So I don't want to watch my daughter suffer. So she had an epidural with both of them. But yeah, I had a 5-pound, 9-ounce baby girl named Kamaya Kaveh that day. My kid's father, he did show up, and he was there, and but you know, he was in the room and he was drinking a grape soda. I never forget. He had a grape soda, and the scent of it made me so nauseous, and I hate throwing up. So I asked him to step outside and drink his soda because it was making me sick. But yeah, he was there. He was there. The delivery was hard. I mean, the labor was hard, not the delivery. The doctor was saying that she didn't have a lot of fluid in the bag because my water had broke, and they wanted to use put these things on. Her heart rate was dropping, and they wanted to put that on her head. The man was down there fishing, doing something down there, and so I thought he had did what he had to do. But he said, no, I haven't even did it. But he was down there doing something. I saw someone saying, if it's God's will, she'll live. But you're not about to go back down there and playing around up down in my stuff like that, because it was uncomfortable. But I had her. I had her. Naturally, I pushed her out. And because one thing to my Aunt Mary, may she rest in peace, she told me when I was pregnant with my oldest son, she said, don't be up in the hospital acting like no fool, screaming when it's time to push, because all you doing is scaring the baby, and he's going to just run back up in there, and then you're going to start all over again. So I never screamed. I just kept pushing till I got this baby out. But I did it without the black lady. It was some white man. Don't ask me who he was, 'cause I don't know. It wasn't my doctor. So, but she was perfect, and she was so little, and I didn't want to hold her because I was scared to hold her because she's so tiny. And the nurse was like, oh, just treat her like you treated your son. She's not fragile. She won't break. So I held her, and I was looking at her. I was so tired, and I looked at that little nose, and I was like, I'm gonna remember this nose. These people try to steal my baby. As you know, you hear so much about babies getting kidnapped and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna remember this nose. And she was perfect. Just perfect with curly. Now her hair wasn't curly. Her hair was straight. Was straight on her head. And she was so little and so cute. My little princess. Yeah. So that's my story. The doctor, that black lady, she really pissed me off that day she had to go, because honestly, my attitude was in check. It was just that I was in pain. But it could have been worse, sir. Like, I could have cussed her out, but I didn't cuss at her or nothing. I just was screaming. I didn't want her nowhere near me. Like, I don't know who you is. I don't know who sent you, but I don't want you here because I don't know what you're talking about. But y'all have a great day on purpose. Y'all be blessed. And anybody that's watching that's in labor, about to be in labor, or is pregnant, don't be in there screaming. Take your time. And you have the right to tell a doctor, a nurse, or whoever, your baby daddy too, his mama, if you want to, tell them to get out if you don't want them in there. You have rights, okay? So be comfortable, okay? And enjoy your new bundle of joy. Have a blessed day. Be good. And it's Friday. Find something good to do. Be positive too. And don't forget to pray, because prayer is your weapon. Be blessed.